Okay, now let's look at question number 8. Question number 8. Find the equation of a line passing through the points 5, 0, and 0 minus 4. So same pattern, right? Same type of question. We're given 2 points and we're asked to find the equation of the straight line. Okay. This is what I mean by if you see enough, questions of one type, then you'll realize that there's nothing new. There's nothing new. So what's the first step? First step, when we're given two points, then the first step is to find the slope, right? Slope is equal to -4 or minus 0 over 0 minus 5, right? -4 minus 0 over 0 minus 5. So that's -4 over -5, which is 4 over 5. Okay, 4 over 5. And now, what's the second step? We let x, y represent all the points on the straight line. Third step, we use the slope formula again. Let's use the first point. So now we have the slope and we have 2 points, right? We know that if we have the slope and 1 point, we can find the straight line, the expression of the straight line, right? Now we have 2 points, which means we have more information than needed. We can just pick either of these 2 points and that will work. So we use the slope formula again. Y minus 0 over x minus 5. And this is equal to 4 over 5, right? And this gives us y is equal to 4 over 5 times x minus 5. So what form is this again? This form is called so let me be more precise, okay? So technically it should be y minus 0, right? Y minus 0 is equal to 4 over 5 times x minus 5. So what is this form? This form is called the point slope form, right? Point slope form. And now let's change this to the standard form, okay? Standard form. So we have y is equal to 4 over 5 times x minus 5. We move everything to the left side. Y minus 4 over 5 times x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now we open the brackets. Y minus, let's factor in the coefficient first. So 4 over 5 times x minus 4 over 5 times 5, that's 4, right? Is equal to 0. And we open the brackets now. Y minus 4 over 5x plus, see, again, minus here, right? We have minus sign before brackets. So this, like all the signs in the brackets needs to be flipped after we open the brackets. Plus 4 is equal to 0. So minus 4 over 5x plus y plus 4 is equal to 0. That's the standard form of this equation. Now question number 9. Find the equation of a line passing through points 0, minus 5, and 1, 0. Yeah, let me quickly do this. First step, find the slope. Because we're given 2 points, we don't have the slope. So the slope is equal to 0 minus 5 over 1 minus 0, right? So that's 5 over 1, which is 5, right? Second step, we let x, y be like the general form of all the points. The third step, we use the slope formula again. We pick this point, okay? So y minus 0 over x minus 1 is equal to 5, okay? So this is equal to, you can do all the point slope form again, but you can also skip that, right? Let me just do it. So y minus 0 is equal to 5 times x minus 1. So this is the point slope form, right? And then we move everything to the left. Y minus 5 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. We open this, y minus 5x plus 5 is equal to 0. And then we move x to the front, minus 5x plus y plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is a standard form. Okay. 10. Find the equation of a line through A0 and 0B. So these 2 points are more of a general form, right? So these 2 points, we don't know what A is, we don't know what B is, but we know that as long as we know the coordinates of 2 points, we can find the equation of the straight line, right? Okay, so find the equation. First step, find the m, right? M is equal to b over a b minus 0 over 0 minus a. So this is equal to minus b over a, right? And second step, we let x, y represent all the points on the straight line. Third step, we use the slope formula again, right? We can pick either of these 2 points. Let's try this point. Let's try this point. So y minus 0 over x minus a. This is equal to minus b over a, right? And this means y is equal to minus b over a times x minus a, right? And then we, this is super off topic, but I just want to point this out. I don't know if you guys can notice this. If we move everything to the left side and organize this equation, it will be the standard form, right? But we learned the slope-intercept form, right? So actually, if we open the brackets without moving this part to the left, it will simply be the general, it will simply be the formula of point slope-intercept form. Okay, let me show you that later. So let's do, because when we studied this, when we studied this class, we didn't learn slope-intercept form yet. Okay, that's why actually, these 2 questions, they're all somehow related to slope-intercept form, but I didn't mention any of those because I don't think that's the emphasis. I don't think that's the focus here. Okay, because when we learned this, we didn't learn slope-intercept form yet. Okay, but let me show you. Okay, so let's do the standard form first. So now we move everything to the left. This means y plus b over a times x minus a is equal to 0, right? And this gives us y plus, now we open the brackets, right? B over ax minus b over a times a, that's just b, is equal to 0. Okay, and then we move the x term to the very front. B over ax plus y minus b is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the standard form. This is standard form. Okay. So now let me show you from this step, if we don't move everything to the left, instead, if we just open the brackets, what will we get? So if we don't move everything to the left, we simply open the brackets. That will be minus b over a x minus minus b over a times a, right? So this gives us minus b over ax. So minus b over a times a, that's just minus b, right? Minus b minus b, that'll be plus b. Plus b. Okay. I don't know if this looks familiar to you. What if I tell you minus a over b is equal to m? And this will be y is equal to mx plus b. Okay. And this is the slope intercept form. Okay. The reason why I showed you this is because I want to show you that everything you learn is somehow related to another thing you learned. Okay, so if one day you can, like, you can somehow construct like a system of all the stuff that you learned, that would be ideal. Okay, so I'm trying to show you that in linear relation, all the forms, so this is the point slope form, right? We successfully changed the point slope form to standard form, right? So point slope form and standard form, we just showed that they're interchangeable, right? And now I also showed you that the point slope form and the slope intercept form, they're also interchangeable. So these forms are all interchangeable. They can always be changed to each other using some kind of mathematical operation. Okay. 11, given the graph of a line, determine the equation of a line. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we determine the equation of a line? We need slope. So let me write what we need. So we need slope. Okay. And we need a point. If we have these two pieces of information, we can determine the equation of a line by using point slope form, right? So now this question is not only testing us point slope form, it's also testing us whether we can find the information, whether we can find the necessary information from the graph. Okay, so a point, let's find the point first. A point is easy, right? We can find any point. For example, we can find this point, 1, 2. That's a point we can use. Or we can find this point, right? -1, -2, right? Or this point, -2, -4. So as long as you find a point on the straight line, that works. Let's just use this 1, 2, because I don't like dealing with negative numbers. So 1, 2, this point, we found this point. Okay. Now let's find the slope. How do we find the slope? There are different ways. Okay, there are different ways. You can, okay, so there are different ways, right? You can use another point. For example, you can find this point. This is 1, 2, and this is 0, 0, right? If you have 2 points, then you can find the slope, right? Or you can simply, so you start from this point and you, let's just use this first method. I think that's more reliable and easier to understand. So now we have these 2 points, right? And we can find the slope, which is equal to 2 minus 0 over 1 minus 0, which is 2. So slope is equal to 2, right? Slope is equal to 2. Now let's pick, for example, this point, right? So that's step 1, find the slope. Step 2, what's step 2? We let xy be all the points on the straight line. So this is so xy is a general form of all the points on the straight line, which means this point can be xy, can be represented as xy. This point can be represented as xy. This point can be represented as xy, right? Because it doesn't matter which point xy is, the slope formula always works, right? As long as xy is on the straight line, right? So third step, we use this slope formula again. Y minus 2 over x minus 1 is equal to 2, right? 2, the slope here is found in the first step. So now we have y minus 2 is equal to 2 times x minus 1, right? And then we move everything to the left and find the standard form. So y over 2 minus 2 x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? And this gives us y minus 2 minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. And then we move x term to the front, minus 2x plus y. Minus 2 plus 2, that's 0, is equal to 0. So this is the standard form of this equation, okay? We can check, right? We can check whether our answer is correct. Right? We can use 1, 2, or we can pick a different point. Maybe let's use this point. Minus 2, minus 4. So this is minus 2, minus 4. If when we plug this number in this equation, right? If the equation holds, then we know that this equation represents this straight line. If it doesn't, then that means like something over here is not correct, right? So we plug in minus 2, minus 4. Minus 2 times minus 2 plus minus 4 is equal to 0. Now we check if the equation holds. Minus 2 times minus 2, that's 4, positive 4, plus minus 4, that's minus 4, right? This is indeed equal to 0. So that means the equation right here is correct. Okay, that's part A. Part B. Again, we are given a graph, right? We're given a graph. So we need to find, what do we need again? We need a point, and we need slope, right? And in order to find slope, we need 2 points, right? So basically, we just need to find 2 points. Okay. So now let's try to read this graph. I can see that this straight line passes through this point. This point looks like minus 2, 0. So we know that minus 2, 0 is on the straight line, right? And let's find another point. It looks like this point is on the graph, right? This graph, this point is 1 minus 2. So it looks like 1 minus 2 is also on the graph. Now we have 2 points. right? Now we find the slope. Step 1, find the slope. Slope is equal to -2 minus 0 over 1 minus -2, which is equal to -2 over 3, which is -2 over 3. That's the slope, right? Now we have slope and 2 points, right? If we have slope and 1 point, we can find the expression. Now we have 2 points, which means if we have more information than needed, we can just pick either of these 2 points, right? I think I've said this like more than 5, 6 times tonight. Okay, let's pick this point. You can pick the first point as well. It's really up to you, okay? So the second step, we let x, y represent all the points on the straight line. Third step, we use the slope formula again, right? Y minus -2 over x minus 1 is equal to -2 over 3. Right? What does this give us? This gives us y plus 2 is equal to -2 over 3 times x minus 1. Right? And now we move everything to the left. This gives us y plus 2 plus 2 over 3 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we open the brackets. This gives us y plus 2 plus 2 over 3x minus 2 over 3 is equal to 0. Now we move x term to the front. We combine the what is it called? Constants, right? So this gives us 2 over 3x plus y plus 2 minus 2 over 3. So 2 can be written as 6 over 3, right? So 6 over 3 minus 2 over 3, that's 4 over 3. So plus 4 over 3 is equal to 0. So this is the standard form that we are looking for. Okay, and this is the point slope form. Okay, so this is it. Like, I mean, if you want, we can check, right? So we used this point to find the expression. We can use this point to check the answer, right? -2, 0. So 2 over 3 times -2 plus 0 plus 4 over 3 is equal to 0. So if this equation holds, that means the expression over here is correct. If the equation doesn't hold, then that means our calculation over here, like somewhere in the calculation, is not correct. Okay? So 2 over 3 times -2, that's -4 over 3, right? -4 over 3 plus 0 plus 4 over 3 is equal to 0. Indeed, that's correct. So that means this equation over here is correct. Okay. Last question. 3 vertices of the rectangle are 8, 2, 2, 6, and 4, 1. Find the equations of the lines that form all 4 sides of the rectangle. 3 vertices, find the equation of the lines that form, oh, okay. So plot A, B, C, find the 4th vertex D. Oh, okay. So we are given that this shape is a rectangle. Okay, it's a rectangle. And we're given 3 vertices. Okay, so the first part A, is asking us to find the 4th vertex, D. Okay, so ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, so let's plot the points first. Let me zoom in. Point A is -8, 2. So 0, 0. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. So this is 0.8, right? Minus 8, 2. B, 2, 6. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's here. Here. This is B, right? C is 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So here. This is C, right? Now we join AB, BC. We can see it's roughly a rectangle after we find the fourth vertex. So we join AB and BC. Right? So we need to find some like a point somewhere. So after we join this, like the other two sides, the shape ABCD will be a rectangle. Okay. How do we do this? There are different ways. Okay, there are different ways, but basically, okay, how do I explain this? So when we look at BC, we know BC, okay, so this line segment, okay, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rise is 5 and run is 1, right? Sorry, rise is minus 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and run is 1. So if we do this at point A, what does that give us? So if we have point A, we also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we also go rise 1. So technically this point should be the point D. So this is how I do this kind of question. Okay, you basically use like these two, like you basically like try to move the line segment BC. Is somehow like you copy the information here and then you move the line segment here and then you find the last vertex. Okay, let me try to explain this like a little bit better. So I start from point B, right? I start from point B. How do we get point C from B? So we start from point B. I need to go down by 1 unit, 2 unit, 3, 2, 4, 5, right? And then I need to go right by 1, 2 units. So if I copy and paste these two steps on point A, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go right 1, 2. This point will be point D. This point should be point D. If we join AD and DC, you can see it does look like a rectangle, right? Yeah, so that's how you find the last vertex. That's how you find the last vertex. Okay. Determine the equations of lines. Equation of line that form side AB. Equation of line that forms side AB. So AB, we have 2 points, A and B, right? So basically this is just the same steps of like these questions. We're given 2 points and we find the equation of the straight line that pass through these 2 points. Okay, so let me quickly solve these. So A is minus 8, 2, B is 2, 6. Let me write it here. Minus 8, 2, and 2, 6. Okay. So first step, find m. M is equal to 6 over 2 times, 6 minus 2 over 2 minus 8. So that's 4 over 10, which is 2 over 5. 2 over 5. That's the first step. Second step, let x, y represent all the points. Third step, m is equal to, we pick any of these 2 points, right? Y minus 6 over x minus 2. This is equal to 2 over 5, right? And then this gives us y minus 6 is equal to 2 over 5 times x minus 2. And this gives us y minus 6 minus 2 over 5 x minus 2 is equal to 0, right? And this is y minus 6 minus 2 over 5 x plus 4 over 5 is equal to 0. Okay? And minus 2 over 5x plus y minus 6 plus 4 over 5. Minus 6 can be written as minus 30 over 5, right? So 30 minus 30 over 5 plus 4 over 5, that's minus 26 over 5. Okay, so this will be the standard form of the equation of the line that forms side AB. Yeah, so I'm not going to like do the rest of the part because I don't really see the point. You know what we're doing here, right? AB, for side AB, we use the point A and B, okay? For BC, we use the point B and C. For CD, we use the point C and D, D over here. We can find the coordinates of D, right? 0, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So minus 3, minus 6, minus 3. So D has the coordinates minus 6, minus 3, right? Let me double check. So this is 0, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, 2, 3. Yes, so minus 6, minus 3. So for CD over here, you just use the point C and point D. And for AD, you just use the point A and point D, right? I really don't feel like repeating these steps over and over again, okay? So I will leave the last 3 parts to you, okay? Because I think in the first 4 or 5 pages, we've seen a lot of similar questions, okay? So I do think you have enough tools and knowledge to solve the last 3 small parts in the last question, okay? Okay, so this will be the whole week 24 homework answer key video, okay? I think I made 4 parts for this week because the materials of this week are very, not very, but relatively more difficult than other weeks, okay? So I want to give you all the details in the homework and show you all the steps. Hopefully these videos will be helpful, okay? And you can expect week 25 homework video in, I don't know, 2-3 days, I guess. Okay. Okay, guys, good luck.